8:30 on a Wednesday morning, the 22nd of May, 2013, as we say hello to the folks on our plaza. Obviously, what happened in Oklahoma changed the plans we had for this week. We had embarked on today's great American adventure, but when the news happened, we all, of course, went to Oklahoma to cover it. Today, we were supposed to broadcast live from Chicago. Willie and Natalie have made their way there. And guys, looks like a little bit of a rainy day there, and we were so looking forward to being there. So I hope you give every single person who came there a big hug from us, because we're really missing them this morning.
We're going to give them all huge hugs for you, Savannah. We've got a great crowd, as you see. All the Chicagoans who came out to welcome us, as they always do, with open arms. And you may not be able to see it behind our umbrellas and everything, but that is Cloud Gate. Beautiful architecture here at Millennium Park, or I think everybody calls it here the Bean.
The Bean. If you're cool, you call it the Bean in Chicago. We want to come back here, as you said. Weather, news, things like that have gotten in the way, but we're here this morning. We're going to talk in a few minutes to Desiree Rogers, the former White House social secretary, who's now in charge of bringing people to this city, brought on board by Mayor Rahm Emanuel. Also getting a look, Natalie, at Second City and some of the stars who come out of there.
Because, of course, you know, it is the breeding ground for SNL, and we have an SNL rookie who's here with us as well. Cecily Strong is going to be here, and we also have some animals from the Shed Aquarium, which we're going to be sharing with you. And, of course, we've got to taste, we've got to eat our way through Chicago, because the city is known for its great food here as well, Savannah. So we're sorry you can't be here, but we're going to have a lot of fun over the next hour coming up.
All right, we'll look forward to that. And then we also want to remind everybody, Willie and Natalie are going to go to Orlando.
What strikes me as most important about all of this is that the kids are breaking down the gang barriers all by themselves, making new friends and having some fun while they're doing it. Willie and Natalie, back to you.
Kevin
Thank you,
Tibbles,
Kevin.
thanks a lot. Very
Good
cool
stuff.
program. All right, just this week, Mayor Rahm Emanuel appointed former White House Social Secretary Desiree Rogers as chairwoman of Choose Chicago. It's a not-for-profit agency tasked with bringing business and tourism here to this great city.
And Desiree is also the CEO of Johnson Publishing. Desiree Rogers, good morning.
Welcome, you guys. I'm so sorry the weather couldn't be a little bit nicer for you guys. You got to go to Blues Club tonight.
I
don't.
Can't dampen us.
I know.
You are a very, very busy woman. As the head of the Johnson Publishing family, how come it was so important for you to add this to your
I've been here almost 28 years, and Chicago is home to me. And it is a city that is a world-class city, but really with Midwest sensibilities. And the people are so friendly, they're so homey, they're so real. And the architecture here, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to see some of the architecture, Buckingham Fountain, just the mix of old and new. It's a fabulous city. You could
The Bean, which we love.
The Bean is fabulous. Too bad the weather's not any better, because you got a beach right here too. We're right on Lake Michigan. So some people don't realize that this is a city right on Lake Michigan.
Now, I understand you really want to bring foreigners to the city of Chicago.
We've got all the teams, all the food.
That's a great
sports
town.
You've been here 28 years, and the Obama administration has deep ties. The president himself, of course, Mayor Rahm Emanuel, David Axelrod, yourself. Does that help this city to have it in the spotlight so much over the last 7, 8 years?
Yeah, you know what I think? I think that, you know, with the mayor at the helm now, Mayor Emanuel, we've had NATO that was recently here, and certainly with the sitting president being from the city, everyone has been, you know, focused or interested in Chicago, and people want to see where did the president come from? Where did they live? People are, you know, traipsing off to Hyde Park to see, you know, the University of Chicago and to see that part of the city. So I think it really is our opportunity to really take that showcasing, you know, of the city and really have people really understand how great and wonderful this city is.
Now,
I hope you guys get some hot dogs
hope
here.
so. Yeah, I was going to say, if you had to narrow it down, what is a must within just like 4 hours?
I think you got to get a hot dog.
We've got the VIP truck. We're good.
I see you got Garrett's over there.
Yes.
You know,
And Garrett's popcorn.
Maybe you want a steak.
Okay.
Half a steak.
Okay,
We'll do that.
we're going to eat it all. Desiree Rogers, such a pleasure. Thanks for welcoming us to your city.
Welcome to
Good
Chicago.
luck with Choose Chicago.
Thank you.
And we'll send it back to New York and Savannah.
All right, Willie and Natalie, we'll look forward to that. And just ahead, we'll go back out to Natalie and Willie. They're live in Chicago. Got a lot more ahead. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Delicious.
Look.
My kind of town, Chicago is.
And welcome to Today on this Wednesday morning, May 22nd, 2013. We have a very enthusiastic, if a bit damp crowd here in Millennium Park in Chicago, and we are so excited to be here. I'm Willie Geist along with Natalie Morales. As you know, the whole Today family was planning to spend the day here in Chicago, but because of the breaking news out of Oklahoma after those devastating tornadoes, we scaled it back a bit, but we are here.
And we're so happy to be here.
We're so happy to be here with these people. I have to tell you, it's a bit of a homecoming for me. I was born in Evanston. Those are the Lovables, and Benny the Bull, the mascot for the Chicago Bulls here in New York City, and very kind of them to stand out in the light drizzle for us on what you call the bad hair day.
But for them, they don't have to worry about that. They look great any day. And we're going to show you right now some of the sights and sounds of this great city. And who else but to have the top radio shows hosts take us through.
Eric and Kathy. Let's check it out. And a little added element there with the water, too. Kind of gives it a Blue Man feel. I'm Willie Geist along with Natalie Morales. We're live for you this morning in Chicago in front of the famed Bean in Millennium Park.
That's right. You know, this city is known for so many things, but one thing it is certainly known for is its comedy.
Yep.
And coming up, we got to go experience a little bit of Second City, which is the famed comedy improv group. And a lot of people got their starts there. Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, Seth Meyers, just to name a few. So coming up, we're going to show you how they all got their start.
It's a cradle of greatness for sure.
Absolutely.
Also, the Shed Aquarium here in Chicago voted #1 in the country for 6 years in a row. We're going to have some feathered and perhaps some aquatic visitors
Jelly
joining us here. It's something called the Hellbender. I don't know what that is, but we're going to find out.
Sounds scary, and I wouldn't want to meet it. Okay. All right, but first, let's go back to Al, who is in Moore, Oklahoma, for your weather. Al? Next. And joining us now, the person who is next, new to Saturday Night Live, Cecily Strong. She's a Second City alum. Great to have you here,
Cecily.
Cecily. Congratulations on a great start to SNL already. You're calling you the Rookie of the Year there.
Wow.
My parents have been already.
I bet they have. Well, you have a great character. Willie especially loves this girl.
I'm a fan. It's the girl you wish you hadn't started a conversation with at a party.
Right.
We have a little clip
You know many
to show
of these,
people.
right?
I do.
What are you up to this summer?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll be thinking about Syria. Heard of it much? People need to wake up, Seth. And also, they need to sleep more. Okay? There are high school students who can't even point out India on a map of Africa. Okay? It's a disgrace. It's an atrocity. It's like, why don't you buy knowledge, Seth? Trick question. It's free.
What makes a character great is the nugget of truth in it. I think we all know that girl, right, Cecily?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's just like the Today Show, but like, what are we even doing? And this, you've just gotten an email.
Uh-oh.
I am reading personal emails now.
Oh. Anything good?
I shouldn't say. It's pretty dirty
I
stuff.
like the part when you
wow.
shout off camera to Mackenzie
There's
or
always-
whoever your friend is.
Yeah, there's always some terrible friend.
Right.
It's taken off. I guess everybody does know that girl.
We know that girl.
Yeah.
And
She's
have
so
been her a little
annoying.
bit.
A little bit.
So yeah, like the girl is sort of like the contradictions, right?
She is, and a
She
lot
wants
of like
world peace and thinks she knows everything.
social media. There's a lot of those girls on Tumblr, on Facebook. After the election was my favorite. Reading a lot of statuses.
What can you say about Second City as an alum? I mean, if you go down the list of SNL stars, everybody you've ever heard of began at Second City.
And
for the
it
most
was
part.
so my dream growing up in Chicago, and to get to be part of that club it's so special to me.
Yeah.
You know, the 50th, just to see all of the alumni, just to say I'm a part of that and get to be a part of that history.
Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
You know, it's unbelievable.
I feel I get to do that. I got to have that dream come true, and then I got to have the SNL dream come true. So I feel like I'm good.
Is it sort of a rite of passage that if you are at Second City, that it's sort of like your next stop is going to be SNL, or does
No,
it take a
not
while?
at all. I mean, I was like, I wasn't able to say I wanted that job because it was so like, I'll never get SNL, you know? So I didn't even want to say it out loud because it seemed so silly.
Yeah.
Now,
of
how are
course,
you
the
feeling
cast
about
went through a lot of
SNL
changes,
right now? Bill
Yeah.
Hader's leaving, Seth is leaving after the fall. We
Yeah.
hear Fred Armisen,
Well,
maybe Jason Sudeikis.
The only confirmed one that I know
Seth.
is Bill, and then Seth,
Seth, right,
for the
obviously.
show. I think it's really tough. It was really emotional
Yeah.
to have them leave, and they were so kind and such a big part of my first season. And
So, but I'm excited to see what happens next year, and I'm like, will I know who's going to be
Well,
put
you
on?
are the future. It's very clear, and there
Well,
are a lot of new faces that I guess.
No
we're gonna-
pressure.
Yeah. No pressure.
Yeah.
Mackenzie.
Yeah.
I want you to know you're not nearly as irritating as your character. We
Well,
like you a lot.
thank you. That's very nice.
Cecily Strong, thanks for coming by. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Continued success on the show. They love you. We love you.
And we'll have some guests from the Shed Aquarium. We're back after these messages.
Chicago. Chicago. Say Chicago. Chicago. Chicago.
A little taste of the Chicago blues from Fernando Jones. Fernando, thanks for bringing us in. Yes, right
Rolled
up
out
on
the
the
welcome
marquee.
sign too.
We're so glad we got a chance to be here. Thank you all for
Thank
staying
you.
around to pull the rules up as we go.
Appreciate it
We
very
love you,
much.
Chicago. We'll see you tomorrow from Orlando.